it's time for an 11 by 14 flower pop on glass. Okay, we're going to start with Mondo Llama Glazed Pottery. This is a paint that I get at Target. It works great on my flower pops. The next color is from Pourage Posse, Galaxy Blue Shimmer. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It's amazing, beautiful, shimmery, in between a dark and a very, very cobalt blue, but it's just awesome. Then we're going with Magic Fly. This is another craft paint. This is a sky blue. I'm trying to get rid of all of my paints that I've not used in a while. Now we have some creative inspirations. Cerulean blue, beautiful color. So a lot of these paints I have on my shelf already pre-mixed in a bottle, and I just need to use them up. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of flower pops with them. I typically mix them for flower pops and then adjust if I'm going to do a Dutch pour. When you're moving it, you can see I tried to tilt it. It doesn't tilt easy on glass. It's easier just to kind of move the paint with your finger. And that's if you have the right amount of paint. You don't want a lot of paint so that there's not a lot of cracking and crazing, which I don't ever get typically. This is a Pebeo. It's just their regular silver. I love trying different silvers. I haven't found one that I'm completely in love with. I think Atelier is really good. So I will keep experimenting. All right, we're going to pop some bubbles. And then I've decided to use plastic. Remember, when you use plastic on swipes, it's a surface pull. You lay it gently in the swipe color, and when you glide it over the paint, it pulls the swipe paint gently across the top, almost like a film. So you don't really want to press it hard, but to avoid gaps, you saw that I just touched the plastic. It's really important that you go slow and steady. Sometimes I go very fast because I like gaps, because it gives a little bit of character in the background. But on the glass, I like it to be a little bit more symmetrical since it's not that large. That's perfect. I think I see a goober in there. I will get that out, but we're getting ready to tip this and make the background perfect so we can start our flowers. I'm going to see you there. Okay, so before we start those flowers, I just wanted to show you, I am just tipping this about, making sure that this is the time where you are able to really create that background. And then you've got to decide which is better for the top, which is better for the bottom. So it's a really important part. And what I love about it is that you don't need a lot of paint on the glass to make this really work. We're going to pop these bubbles. I think I have decided which way I want the top and bottom, and we're going to start those flowers here in a moment. So I don't always do a full tutorial like I am today. Sometimes I just put some music on, but on this glass, the blooms, they sell very well. So I figured I'd do just do a full tutorial. If you see, this is my Puffy 2000, and I've removed the tip. So it's basically just a silicone piping, very flexible, and it allows me to control the air a little bit better on the glass. It's got to be a down and out movement. The only thing with using a straw or Puffy is there is a lot of moisture that gets in there, and you have to be careful, especially when you're working on glass, because you don't have a lot of paint on there and it moves slow. You know, you're actually having to push the paint when you are doing these flowers on glass. It's a little bit different on canvas. I think that the glass just really, it's like a magnet to paint. It just adheres to it a little bit more. So I'm loving the colors here. As you all know, I have to really force myself to stay away from the blues, but I love experimenting with leftover paints and to be able to pull them off of the shelf and just do this was amazing. So I said, I want some layers, I think, in this painting. I did name this painting Singing the Blues, and I actually took it to the bazaar this week. So I'll be very excited to see how long it takes before someone will welcome this into their home, which is so, so humbling. So I kind of wish that I had maybe added another color here besides the black and that's the Magic Fly Sky Blue. But I did want to have more of the sky blue up into the flower for that layering effect. And I think I did okay. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more on the edges of the sky blue, but I end up just loving this piece at the end. So I fiddle with this quite a bit. I mean, it's all about what's pleasing to the eye at this point, and you want to see a little bit of distinction in those petals. You see how I just created that? You can use anything to create lines or special effects. It's just so much fun. I hope you all try this because it's so addictive. Been doing it a very long time. Okay, so second flower, you see I'm doing it a little bit quicker. I don't want a full flower, but I do want a little bit of flare at the top in regards to the bud. And then I said, you know what? Why not go ahead and just use the blue without the black? Let's try the sky blue without the black dot first and see if I can create just a little bit of separation there, and I'm thrilled. The possibilities are endless. After you're done blowing this out, it's all about what you see, the vision, how when you're looking at it, does it look like a flower in your garden? And this one in particular, I am just in love with the way the layering effect turned out. So let's go ahead, and I'm not going to yak your ears off. I've done that enough, but I did want to give a full tutorial. And just so you know, this is not puffy. This is a stainless steel straw, and I've added a cake decorator tip to the bottom with a piece of tape. That creates a larger petal typically, just because when you are doing, a vine or different flowers, you don't want all of the petals to be the same width or even the same, the way that they look flowing at the top is different when you use puffy versus the straw. There's something so satisfying when you do the stems and you can actually see them. These do sink a little bit. That tells me that my paint, the Blick black that I'm using was a little bit too heavy, too thick. I should have watered it down maybe just a tad bit more. It's always best to go in odd numbers with flowers, believe it or not. Any of the tutorials that you read about art and doing petals and flowers, they say odd is the way to go. And so I'm doing 3 here. This one's kind of just not fully developed. It's kind of one that's just starting to be a full flower, and I just end up loving the final on this flower as well. I went ahead and added that stem. I do add leaves on some of them, but I found that in this particular application for me, the leaves can take away from the actual flower, but I do have some texture art coming out very soon. The videos just need to be edited, and I do use leaves on some of those. So right now I'm going to fiddle faddle with this, and I am going to come back and show you the end results. And I want to thank everyone that continues to support and watch me and hanging in there with me. I'm really grateful. So thank you, thank you. Let's see the end results here shortly.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now, just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm on